Hunt.
At the
TAM KBDT proudly presents Life Solutions, coaching, counseling, naturopathic medicine, insights for successful living, and getting better with Ann Beal.
Fall always reminds me of good food, good people, and good air, good smells. Yes. Fireplace. My daughter just made some wonderful food. She keeps cooking, and I love it. She's into the fall season. She's made chili and taco soup and leek soup and potato soup. And what did she make? What is she making today? She's making beef stew.
Beef stew. Yeah, boy.
And she keeps asking us, do you want me to cook for you? We're like, oh, yeah.
yeah.
I am joined today by Dr. Slaughter.
Hello, everybody.
And we have two wonderful guests, Eric and Susan Vinson. They are here to share great tips for making your house smell great with that total toxin-free, perfect holiday season. We want you to have all those wonderful smells, but we don't want you to get migraines. We don't want you to get headaches. We don't want you to start feeling tired or losing your memory and being forgetful during the holidays or being irritable. We don't want irritable. And so lots of those fragrances that we use to smell, to have things smell really Thanksgiving-y, Christmas-y around the house can cause those. And so they actually say, and I won't say which brand, but a lot of them, they just kind of add to the smell to make it smell different, but it doesn't make it go away. Now, we all know the one that makes it go away like it's incredible. I won't say the name because, like Oprah, I don't want anybody to come after me and be like, you said that brand was bad. All I'm saying is when you spray it, you know how the smells go away immediately, right? That brand. Well, you want to tell us about it, Dr. Slaughter?
You mean full of
Well, sure. Why not? What we've heard is that, and there seems to be evidence out there to the truth of this, that it may affect receptors in the brain so that your brain perceives, or rather doesn't perceive, the odors in the air. And I don't know how that works, and we maybe need to look into that a little bit more. But
it says
either
it
it
changes,
covers up everything, or it changes the brain receptors so that what you smell is different from what odor is left in the air.
Yeah, so it doesn't make the odor go away. It just changes your brain receptors so you don't smell it. That's why that one, when you spray it, you can't smell anything.
And you and I were talking on the way in, as we were driving in. I'm not sure I want people changing my brain receptors, right? I mean, I kind of like the ones I have and all that. So, anyway.
But anyway, we are going to talk about healthy things today. But you really want to have these wonderful smells. And you walk in Susan and Eric's house, and it smells so wonderful over the holidays. We want you to know these different recipes and things you can do with essential oils. And we want you to love the smells in your house, and everybody come in and they smell the Thanksgiving smells. And I know that Susan and Eric love doing it. Now, Eric, I had him here as the man because he uses them all the time.
That's because I am a man.
You are a man.
Eric is
He's
the
a man. He's a man. And he uses them all the time. And a lot of men think that it's just for women, those
Right.
like
That's
candles
correct.
or whatever. You love candles. Dr. Slaughter, you love them, Jim.
Yeah, I love candles. I love the fragrances of fall. I love that. Cinnamon fragrances and harvest type fragrances. There are certain things about essential oils I could go on and on about
them.
because one in particular is my go-to thing, and we'll talk about that later maybe. And Susan took one of them just earlier this morning because she needed some help with. I don't know what it was, allergies or sinuses or coughing or something like that.
Was it Breathe?
Oh, Breathe.
I love Breathe. I'm using it right now.
Favorite.
Breathe, I use. Well, go ahead, Jim.
Breathe is my favorite.
I was just going to say, you may need to be a little closer to your mic.
Okay. Here,
right
actually,
up in your
I can
face.
pull the mic to you. There we go.
There we go.
Yes,
Is that
we want to
better?
hear you.
Is that better? Okay, good deal.
Because
we want everybody to hear you.
Yeah, we want people to hear
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I use Breathe right now, getting back from California with all the smoke that was in the air. I had a lot of trouble coughing, and I'm still having trouble. And my daughter who went with me, we still have this cough from being there with the smoke in the air. We had a great time, but boy, I tell you, I've never had it be like that. So the Breathe, I got home. The whole time I was there, I kept thinking, God, I wish I had Breathe. So we're glad you're here to share all these tips. And Breathe is one of the ones if you have a cold, if you have... now tell them your website real quick so they know where to go buy this stuff.
Lone Star Essential Oils at gmail.com.
And that's your email.
Oh, that is my email.
Yes. One more time. Lone Star Essential Oils.
Lone Star. Our website is MyDoTerra /
Here, let me do it. Lone Star Essential Oils.mydoterra.com.
Yes.
Okay, good. If you can't find that, just look up Lone Star Essential Oils and you'll find Susan and Eric Vinson and you'll be able to order there. So this is the thing. These are the oils we'll talk about, the names, but a lot of oils you'll find they are all a lot the same as far as the names. Like cinnamon is cinnamon, right? And but some of them have different kinds of names because they're blends. And the Breathe is a blend. And no matter what, and I must say, we carry a lot of different kinds of essential oils at our practice, but Breathe by doTERRA has changed my life as far as when I have asthma issues. And for that cough, that cold, it's one of the most things. So for
this is interesting because Susan used something other than Breathe.
What did you use today?
I used peppermint.
Yes, peppermint.
Right. I used the peppermint beadlets to keep me from coughing.
I have those.
Keep me from coughing.
So how is that different from Breathe? Because Breathe has peppermint in it, I guess.
Breathe is a blend.
It's a blend.
So it has different oils in it besides peppermint beadlets. It's just peppermint.
And you only take one.
Yes.
Because if you take
one,
more than one, it kind of tends to take your head right off.
No, it does. It's just strong. And the beadlets...
Very strong, that's strong.
The beadlets keep you from having the peppermint taste in your mouth. I don't really mind it, but some people it's too strong. Yes. And so you get it right down for breathing. And On Guard is one of those as well that helps a lot.
On Guard is awesome. You can diffuse On Guard to kill germs. Diffuse it for like 20 minutes, and it'll clear the air, clean the air, get rid of all those nasty germs.
Yes. Now mixing On Guard with orange is so nice for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
To have that wonderful smell. And you can mix cassia and orange.
Cassia and orange, Citrus Bliss. Citrus Bliss has cinnamon in it, so you can mix that. On Guard has clove in it. So anything with the clove at this time of year gives you that awesome Thanksgiving feeling and scent. And the thing about the oils is not only are you getting the benefit of the fragrance, but you also get the health benefits. Like the On Guard clears the air. Citrus Bliss is...
It's got the citrus in it, which cleans.
It has a citrus. Any kind of citrus oil is a cleansing oil.
And that's the cool thing about essential oils versus if you were to use some store-bought air fresheners, is that the store-bought air fresheners are going to have side effects because they're synthetic.
Right.
Whereas essential oils are natural, and they do clean the air as well. If you think of fruits cleanse and heal.
Right.
And so the essential oils are just squeezed, like the fruit or the skin of the fruit or something.
They use the peel, they use the bark, they use the leaves.
So it's very high grade.
Yes.
And so
like Citrus Bliss is can help reduce your stress. So say you've got people coming, your aunt's got a cold, there's a baby, so put a little On Guard in your diffuser. Put a little Citrus Bliss in there to help diffuse the mood,
keep it down.
Keep everybody calm. It's also energizing. So if you're stressing and you're like, okay, I can't do this, let's use a little Citrus Bliss. It'll give you some energy plus keep you calm.
That's amazing.
Which are very things.
Well, and that's hard to do, right?
Yes.
So, because lavender calms, but it also kind of makes you a little. Some people will make them a little tired.
Yep, lavender can make you sleepy.
So this is better: Citrus Bliss and
Citrus Bliss, On Guard, Wild Orange.
I love Wild Orange.
Wild Orange is also uplifting. Eric said we were looking at some of the fall recipes, and he goes, "There's no peppermint." I said, "Well, people tend to use their peppermint at Christmas. Peppermint and Wild Orange." Put a drop in each hand, rub your hands together, and take a big sniff. And it'll wake you up. And it'll give you energy. And it'll calm you down.
You made a blend of that very combination for us. It's been a while back.
Yep.
But then I think, Ann, you may have given that to somebody.
I'm always giving stuff away, aren't I?
I know, but I remember Susan doing that, and I remember how good it smelled. and the people that you gave it to were really
They
thankful
loved it,
about
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Could I jump in here? I want to get Eric in on this
Hey.
for a little bit. Eric is, and these guys, again, are old friends of ours, and Eric's a retired firefighter, and he's sort of a tough guy on the outside and soft heart and all on the inside, right?
He was a chief firefighter.
He was everything,
He
not
was
just
a
that.
chief.
He was everything you can be with the fire department, and I have a lot of respect for Eric just because of his experience and the life-saving part of his job.
Running into a burning building
yeah,
is pretty
absolutely.
incredible.
He would do that, except a guy really committed to saving life. Anyway, Eric you became very, very passionate about the oils, and I have to admit,
Yes, I did.
I thought, okay, tell me about that passion, Eric, and maybe you can kind of help our audience learn about where you're coming from about it.
Well, when Susan got us into this, and she sort of drugged me into it, and I'm going, yeah. And then I started using some of the oils, and of course, I tell everybody my gateway oil, if you want to mess up a term, it was a mixture of Deep Blue, which is a very much a muscle relaxer, and it just helps your body, the soreness in your muscles. And then as I started going on, I started using petitgrain, which is made from the bitter orange tree. And it's got a really cool name that some scientists named it. It's a citrus blend, so it's got an uplifting feel to it. I started using this when I was driving for long hours,
Okay.
and my neck and my shoulder would get sore, and I'd rub it on. So this is sort of like a lavender, if you will. It has a lavender effect, but it has a manly smell. So here's the difference. Lavender is a floral smell.
Yeah.
And petitgrain, for example, is more of an earthy smell. Susan says it smells like dirt. I say it smells like banana peppers. It's good for many things. But one of the things, there's two things that I want to bring out today. Is one thing is the oils do have aromatic qualities. You can smell and you remember things. So, but the real thing behind that is these oils are so much more than just a smell. The body has receptors, as you were speaking of,
Yep.
and they respond to the oils, and they have different properties that are beneficial to us in our health wise, in a health situation. The other thing that I really want to bring out, especially at this holiday season, is the fact that we all remember going home. Everyone's baking, grandma's baking, mom's baking. You've got the smell of the oranges, you've got the smell of the apples and all of this. And those are things that also generally will give you a very positive, uplifting thought process.
Right.
And then you put in the qualities, the beneficial qualities of the oils into that, and you almost double the effect.
Wow.
So that's where I've come from.
Well, and Eric, you made my husband some soap
Yes.
using essential oils.
Yes.
And he loved that. So you actually make soap? Is that something you do regularly or just during holidays?
Just every once in a while. I wanted to prove I could do it.
And what do you make? What kind of soap? Did you make different kinds?
Yeah, I use bergamot, petitgrain, and
Cedarwood, yeah.
I think those were the three oils that I used.
And
So-
you liked it, yeah.
Oh, I loved them. They were great. I really enjoyed those.
So you can do different things, and one of the things I want you to know when we come back is understanding how you can use this for hand wash. It's a real simple recipe. You can do it for your laundry. You can put it in all the things that actually, the synthetics that you buy at the grocery store are toxic. So we want you to know the recipes and how simple they are, but also how to keep it out of your Thanksgiving meal. So stay right here. We'll be right back.
Are you suffering with arthritis or osteoporosis? Do you have diabetes? Did you know that these are just two of the hundreds of diseases that have seen improvement with Dr. Wallach's incredible longevity products? You can't get them at a health food store. The only way to get them is to call us at 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Do you have heart disease, fibromyalgia, or high blood pressure? Do you have a terrible time losing weight? Dr. Wallach can help. He was a veterinarian and cured diseases in animals. He felt that he could do the same for humans, so he became a physician. Over 50 years of research and helping people like you goes into every bottle of Dr. Wallach's amazing discoveries. Do you want to feel better? Learn how to treat the cause of your problem rather than covering up the symptoms with drugs. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. You've been listening to Dr. Wallach, and I bet you have some questions. We want to help. And here's how you can get the answers. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Write that number down and make the call right now. Don't wait any longer to find out how Dr. Wallach's own all-natural nutritional supplements by Longevity can help you. Are you concerned with reducing your risk of heart disease, cancer, stroke, or high blood pressure? Help is available. Do you have arthritis, sore joints, lower back pain, or fibromyalgia? Call now. Dr. Wallach creates his own formulation so you can be sure that what is on the label is actually in the bottle. Whatever your health challenge, make this call. Thousands like you have seen results for a happier, healthier life. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Call today. 800-214-0065.
What does it mean to be an American? Just what are our American values? Working hard to succeed, loving God, country, and family, being honest, strong, and compassionate.
Supporting our Constitution and recognizing that we are blessed to be living in America, the greatest country in the world.
Our Bill of Rights protects us, our freedoms of worship, speech, and privacy, our right to own firearms, our right to trial by jury,
our right to be free, to live our own lives without some bureaucrat telling us what to do. Most countries don't have these rights.
Want to know more? It's all there in the book. Get your own free book, The U.S. Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. Then read it again, and this time share it with your friends. Our great Constitution is the basis of all of our freedoms, our inalienable rights. Get your own copy at freeusbook.com.
Brought to you by the American Media Council.
They say we're not getting any younger, but many thousands have felt younger after a few short months using Dr. Wallach's all-natural longevity nutritional supplements. How many times have you said one of these days I need to call Dr. Wallach and find out what I need? Well, make that day today. Here's how to get that information. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Write that number down and make the call. The information is free and there is no pressure. So do it now. That's 800-214-0065. If you face health challenges such as heart disease, arthritis, diabetes, fibromyalgia, depression, infertility, ADD or ADHD, high blood pressure, or one of hundreds of other diseases, help is available. All you have to do is make the call. You have nothing to lose but the pain and suffering. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065.
To admit it's getting better, a little better all the time.
And now here's more Getting Better with Ann Beal on 1160 AM KBDT.
We were talking on break about adding these essential oils to your food. Now, one of the things for Thanksgiving is, it's not, you don't have to go crazy, but just try to rinse out, if you're using things from a can, to rinse, rinse them if you can. And if you're getting a turkey that's not organic or free range, just rinse it real well, rinse all the juices out of it. And you can easily add your own juices. You can get a mix and put your own spices in there. And butter, put butter all over it. You can add, and then you can inject it yourself with Himalayan salt, a mixture in water with cloves. And we were talking about different oils that you could use for different taste, because it gives it a punch, because the oils are so strong and they're like a high grade version of like cloves. Okay, you can use the dried cloves, but you can use the oil as well. You can add a little orange. You can add a little lemon. You can add more of a pumpkin pie flavor, whatever you want to do. But for your turkey, you can add Himalayan salt in there yourself in a water mixture, and that would be better than what they put in there. So
one of the things that I think we really need to bring to the forefront is the fact that not all oils are created equal. Some oils, some of the lesser quality brands, I guess, might be a decent way to say it without getting in trouble. They do add some fillers, some chemical fillers and things, and so they only use a part of the constituency of the oil and not a total oil mixture.
And they would know that how? Because it's not food grade if they do that.
Correct. You're looking at when you look at, for example, when you look at a doTERRA bottle, if it has a supplemental facts on the back of it, you know that it's
food grade,
pure therapeutic grade oils. And if you see something strange like, I don't know,
something you can't
acetylsilic acid or
pronounce.
something,
Right.
Something you can't pronounce.
Something
that's
you
not
can't pronounce, don't put it in your body.
Well, and so they do
Rule
add
of
some
thumb.
things. And that's a really good thing, because if you can't pronounce it, that's true.
well, I can't pronounce some of the botanical.
Botanical, well,
Yeah,
there
Yes,
we go.
but they
Names,
give you
the
the
real
common
names.
name for it
Right.
also.
Oh, the common name.
Yeah.
Yes, and
See,
so
like this one has a long name. This is the petitgrain citrus something or other, and then it comes back and it says bitter orange leaf.
Okay, so it's got the common name.
Right.
If you order them through a website, it'll say if it's food grade or not. If you buy it at the store, it can be hard. You just got to read it.
Right.
But definitely, if it's food grade, it's got that punch to it. If you want to know 100%, then order from Lone Star Essential Oils .mydoterra.com. And that's what Susan and Eric use. And that's what I use, so that you can make sure. So for me, I do add it to food, and we were talking about different recipes. So one of the things for the recipes you can use, as far as different recipes for the smell and fragrances in the air, one of our favorites is pumpkin pie.
Yes.
Why don't you just tell them what that is? Real
Okay,
quick?
so pumpkin pie fragrance has cardamom, cinnamon, citrus bliss, and clove. So not only are you getting the fragrance, but as you use these oils, you're getting the health benefits. So like cardamom is good for indigestion or respiratory, which Ann and I both have respiratory
yes.
issues, so cardamom is really good for us. It's also kind of a spice, so you can put it in. Anytime you infuse oil into your food, you want to be careful that you don't do too much.
Yeah, you just need a little bit.
Just a little bit. Put some on the toothpick or a little drop. Taste it and see if it's something that you think is too strong. Cinnamon is good for
Our
your immune
first
system.
episode.
He's over here laughing. I'm like, he's laughing.
Our first episode with oregano was very interesting.
Yes,
Sorry.
it was.
Rather strong.
Yes. Cinnamon's good for cooking, but cinnamon is very hot. So you want to put cinnamon like on the end of a toothpick and swirl it around in your food, because otherwise you're going to get a lot of cinnamon taste and you're not going to like it.
Yeah, you just want to go easy with the spices, the spice oils, right?
Right.
Because they are very strong. But you can also, in this combination, the cardamom, cinnamon, clove, you can always add wild orange instead of citrus bliss.
Citrus bliss again, and wild orange are very similar.
Yes,
and they're
they are.
uplifting
They're so
and
wonderful.
purifying. So,
Okay.
yes, you have several. You can always mix them and try what you like, and then if you don't like it, don't use it.
And it's so fun. If you're making like lemon bars as a dessert for
Oh.
Thanksgiving, you can put lemon in there. And our naturopathic doctor does that with his lemon cookies and his lemon bars. He uses the lemon oil.
And even in chocolate, like brownies,
Yeah,
he did
used
that time.
Yes, he used peppermint oil in the brownies. And the cool thing about that is if you do that in your food with the peppermint or the lemon, you only will eat one because you don't have it. It takes your appetite away. It's really incredible. Stay here. You'll learn more.
A.
Have you written a book and want to get
new product? Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Then call InventHelp now. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential and explains every step of the invention process. We create professional materials representing your idea and submit it to companies who are looking for new ideas. We have more than 9,000 companies who have agreed to review ideas in confidence. If a company shows interest in manufacturing your invention, we can negotiate on your behalf. We have helped over 10,000 clients receive patents. We also offer services including 3D modeling and animation demonstrating your idea, prototyping services, and we use state-of-the-art technology to show InventHelp client ideas to additional companies. Join the thousands of people just like you who chose InventHelp to pursue their idea. We are experienced. We are working for you. We are InventHelp.
Call us for free information at 1-800-460-1663. That's 1-800-460-1663. Again, 1-800-460-1663.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand and you care about your credit, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 6 million people with credit card debt. Without destroying your credit, they can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. The program works. Call Consolidated Credit now. Call 800-406-0046. 800-406-0046. That's 800-406-0046. Consolidated Credit Counseling Services, Inc., 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 1492. Oregon DM 80092. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation. Commission license number DC 83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action. Not a loan company.
What is the Del Walmsley Radio Show?
Welcome to the Del Walmsley Radio Show, where the hype ends and the help begins. I'm your host, Del Walmsley, and as always, we're working on your financial freedom.
Listen to the Del Walmsley Radio Show Monday through Friday from 11 until noon.
It takes a whole lot more effort to get something started in your life than it does to keep it moving.
Del Walmsley has moved thousands closer to a great life. The Del Walmsley Radio Show is now on 1160 AM KBDT, Monday through Friday from 11 until noon. Listen and move toward your great life today.
Got to admit, it's getting better, a little better, all the time.
If you'd like to get better, call Ann right now. 214-810-8255. 214-810-TALK. Now more with Ann Beal on 1160 AM KBDT.
You want to keep that? We were talking about recipes, what their favorites were, and Kevin. That's an inside joke, okay? It's an inside joke.
I'm the minion.
the one.
Oh, that's awesome.
You shouldn't have done that. I have to pay attention. The one-eyed minion is called Kevin. I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, Eric. Don't do that. Eric was talking about, he goes, oh, peppermint brittle. He loves peppermint brittle. And so I handed him the recipes. He couldn't remember the recipe. So peppermint brittle is 2 pounds white chocolate chopped into 1/2-inch pieces. You can also Google this. It's Martha Stewart's recipe. 12 large candy canes and 1/2 teaspoon peppermint oil. They put the peppermint oil there to give it the punch because it's, if you don't, it's more bland. It's just, you can you taste the candy crunches, you know.
Who wants to live bland?
Who wants to live bland?
No.
There's so many great things that you can do. Now, I know that you guys are concerned about the grade of oil, and you've mentioned that on break. Right. And that can be hard for people because so many people are selling them all over the place.
Oh, my goodness.
And so it can be tough. You know, I know that, you know, if you look at the 3 companies that really sell food grade, you know, I hate to say all 3 of them. You want me to say all 3 of them? Sure. doTERRA, Young Living, and there's one more. Yeah, Youngevity. Oh, I can't even believe I did that. Let me just rearrange that. Youngevity. That's my babe, Dr. Wallach, my Youngevity. But Youngevity bought Dr. Young's oil patents, so he has those. Young Living was Dr. Young, but he passed away. And then doTERRA was Young Living as well. So they're all they're all basically Dr. Young's, where he basically came up with them a long time ago.
And they're all committed to the highest quality,
yes.
excellent product that's out there. And we would be they would be our go-to products when
Yes.
we do this. And Susan, you were mentioning, we were talking about the fact that all of the oils, even though they're very high quality, are not necessarily food grade. So you don't go pouring any oil into your food.
Oh, no.
Please don't just use
That's
something.
why it's so important to do that.
Read the ingredients. If it doesn't have supplemental facts on it, do not ingest it.
Well, if the and who knows, like supplemental facts means it's a supplement.
Right.
And a supplement is food. Okay, it's
Yes.
food they've taken and they pressed into a supplement of some kind.
Correct.
And they call it a
Right.
supplement. It's
So-
supplementing your food
Yes.
with other high-grade food
Correct.
supplements, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So one of the things that I tell people, I don't care which company you buy them from. Of course, I want you to buy them from doTERRA because that's me. However, just don't go to the local drug emporium or gas station.
As Jim was saying.
said.
He says that a lot.
You know, don't buy your oils there. If you're going to buy your oils there, keep using your candles and all of those things that you know already have chemicals in them. Because oils that are on the shelf have chemicals in them. One of the things is that if you can put a drop of oil in, say, rose and call it essential oil. So you want to be sure that you're buying a high-grade oil, whether you're diffusing it, ingesting it, or putting it in your food, or applying it topically.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Yes,
And
breathe.
and even if you're diffusing it, if there's any adulterants in that oil, it's going to permeate the atmosphere. It's going to get into your body. And I mean, you look at my experience as a firefighter when the products in a building undergo heat, they start emitting a gas, and chlorines, hydrogen cyanide. I mean, some really bad gases. So I'm not saying that these oils do, but I mean the side effects that are there. So why would we want to add an adulterant, a chemical, into the atmosphere in addition to what we're around every day?
Well, and it's very important to realize that one of the reasons so many people are sick today. I mean, when I was young, hardly anyone was sick. I mean, I had asthma and had to go to the hospital a lot as a kid, but most people were not. And so I got a lot of sympathy. People love me. Oh, poor Annie. But most people were not sick. I hardly ever heard of people being sick. Right? And now it's like everyone you know is, I mean, I think that people think the norm is that everyone's sick.
Everybody's sick all the
sick
time.
and everybody's on prescriptions and all that. But really what you want to do is remove as many toxins as you can, because our grandparents, they said they had 100 times a day, 100 times less toxins every day than we get. And one of the reasons people are getting so sick is because all the environmental toxins. And I know it can be overwhelming when you think of everything like global warming or whatever, on and on. But inside your home, what you actually put on your skin. Now, your skin, I said your skin, we were listening to a lecture on that your skin is actually the largest
Organ in the body.
And it absorbs into the system more than anything else. And so that's why you want to be so careful what you put on it. So when I learned all that, we started learning all about the toxins on the skin and what it can do, I use a natural deodorant from doTERRA called Balance. And it keeps me balanced. I'm telling you, it's awesome.
Relatively speaking.
It's actually, there's a balance oil, so I thought, this is keeping me balanced. Women need that. But they have the natural, because of putting it on my skin. I love this fragrance called Lovely. I've loved it for years, but I don't spray it on my skin anymore. I'll spray it on my clothes. I don't spray it on my skin, and even then I suits just a little bit. But I hardly use it now. It's only, Jim loves it, so it's only his real special time. But I use oils a lot, don't I?
Oh,
because
all the time, really.
Yeah, and I have my favorites like wild orange. I love wild orange. I just say that again. I love wild orange. Did I say that? And so part of it is realizing there's lots of things you can do, but when you put it on your skin, or if you're breathing it in, I have to be real careful because of my breathing problems. Now, I keep them under control most of the time because I'm real careful. But when you go and you stay in smoke for a couple of weeks, that's not real smart, but that's what I did. And so part of it is to be more careful about what you're doing in your home. And that's why, and Eric being the fireman, he is very over the top about keeping you safe. And that's why he's very concerned. And he was like, I want them to understand to buy the safe ones, okay?
Right.
If they're going to use them, if they're going to use them in their house. It is still 100% better than the other ones, no matter what you get. But realize what you're spraying in the air. Now, diffusing them is one thing. Put them in your food is another. But you can also put them in your hand soap.
Put them in your hand soap. Simple cleaning solution. Shampoo. Simple cleaning solution. Vinegar, water, and lemon.
Vinegar, water, and lemon. Now, is it apple cider vinegar or regular vinegar?
Regular white vinegar, lemon, and water. You do want to put it in a glass bottle because a citrus oil will eat plastic.
It will.
And
I've seen it happen before my very eyes.
Don't believe me? Put some citrus oil in one of these little styrofoam cups, and wait about a minute, and half your cup is gone.
That's right.
Because it's so high grade.
But it is. But it's also a cleansing property internally and for your home. So when I clean, I take my lemon, my vinegar, and water. Now here's the thing: oil and water don't mix, so you got to have an emulsifier. You either need witch hazel or vodka.
We talked about that last time. I forgot
what kind of a choice is that?
Whatever. But you're using it to clean.
It's only, a couple of...
Kirsty's cracking up.
It's only a couple of drops. So, hey, if you don't want to run down to the local store and get the bottle of witch hazel for $1.44 and vodka's your drink of choice.
Use vodka.
Vodka.
It's vodka.
It emulsifies it. It brings them together. And it cleans.
Yes.
And you don't have, vinegar. People, vinegar smells. Well, the lemon kills the smell, and it cleans.
Right.
And you don't have the chemicals you get from regular, over-the-counter cleaning products.
Now, one of the best things, hand soap, you want to get Castile soap, however you pronounce that, Castile soap. And you can get unscented. You can get scented if you want. They have all peppermint. They have all different kinds. But if you want to add your own smell, you can get unscented Castile soap, and it's liquid. And then you can add in whatever scent you want, like wild orange.
If Eric quit making wild orange, we're going to lose Ann.
Eric Pettigrain, maybe.
Right.
What would you put in there?
I would probably go with the same thing I used with the soap, the bar soap I make. That'd be a bergamot and cedarwood and pettigrain mixture.
Yeah, because they smell so good.
They're very earthy smells and, manly things.
Yeah, and different times of year. I mean, I kid around about wild orange. I love it, even lemon. But there are these ones that smell so good over the holidays.
That's right.
And so the cardamom or the clove or the any of those pumpkin smells, pumpkin pie, anything like that.
Now, doTERRA has a whole line of On Guard products.
They do. And the On Guard is cleansing it kills
and germs. I mean,
antiseptic kind of properties. Yeah.
It's great. And they have toothpaste,
which we use,
hand soap, concentrated cleaner, laundry soap. I love the laundry soap.
Yes.
I buy one bottle, lasts us about 3 months, and I use about a tablespoon.
And do you add, because I get that, I'll add an essential oil in it even more if I want the smell to be stronger.
Sometimes what I do is I use my dryer balls.
Yeah.
And I put Purify and lavender on them.
That's what you do.
And
You add
put them in my dryer, and the Purify helps with the static, and it cleans it some more. And then the lavender scent just stays in your clothes or in your towels or in your sheets.
Yeah, so in case you don't know what dryer balls are, they're actually these rubber balls.
Wool.
Yeah, yours are wool?
Ours are wool.
Where'd you get yours?
I have some from doTERRA, and I bought.
You can buy them there.
Buy them at doTERRA, and I bought some at your local big box store.
Big box, like Big Lot, Big Box,
Big Lot,
or any of those. So again, her website LoneStarEssentialOils.mydoTERRA.com. I'm going to put it on the Getting Better Facebook. You can go there. I'll put it on Facebook as well. YouTube as well. So you'll have that.
And our Facebook page is Lone Star Essential Oils also.
That's what I wanted to know.
You can go to the Facebook page and get a hold of us there.
Now, if you're not on Facebook, you can actually Google that, and it'll bring it up the entry right there where you can read it. You don't actually have to go to Facebook, so it's helpful. So there are things like for hand soap. Now, laundry detergent, if you make your own, I made my own.
There are people that make their own, and they love it.
Yeah, you can do that by just getting the FAFSA soap, grinding it down, and adding in essential oils and borax and things like that.
And if you put petitgrain in there, we could all smell like banana peppers.
Oh,
that'd be so good. Wouldn't that be great,
what it
Eric?
smells like?
Eric, yeah, we love that.
I'm trying to figure it out, and guys love that.
I think it smells like dirt.
I
think it smells like banana peppers. But what I have found is that people don't like the lavender smell, like the petitgrain smell.
I don't think it smells like dirt, but it is an interesting combination.
Well,
you just told your husband that you say he smells like dirt.
No, I think he's no.
Yeah,
he's
I
earthy.
But he doesn't. He's earthy.
I'm down to earth.
He is earthy. My husband is earthy.
So these things
Kevin.
are all so simple that Kevin. He's trying to make me laugh. These people are my friends, so they try to mess me up often. My husband in the elevator goes, Kevin, and I was like, stop, because they know it makes me laugh. So these are all real simple things that you can do for the holidays. We just want you to be well, and we want you and calm and peaceful and also not angry, irritable, frustrated. We want you to really be enjoyable. So a lot of these oils lift your moods. So we want to talk about that because we talked about the calming ones like the petitgrain and the lavender. But wild orange lifts your mood, and there's lots of other ones that lift. Peppermint.
Peppermint is a good mood lifter. Here's the thing: kids are cranky, mama's cranky.
Christy's nodding. Yes, they are.
Then all those lovely relatives that you just love to have at your house. So diffuse things that are calming.
Or diffuse things that you enjoy.
And then rub some on your neck and the kid's neck.
The kid's neck.
And grandma's neck.
Yeah, you just honestly, if you know that the mood that based on how people are going to be when they're coming over, I know that for us in our counseling center, Life Solutions, when I have a couple that doesn't get along, I always have an oil going, whether I diffuse it or I just put on the little charcoal things doTERRA has. I'll stick it on there so that it's calming before they come. If I have a child that's a little depressed or whatever, or somebody who struggles more with mood, I'll put something uplifting, and they'll say they always feel better when they see me and I have my magic, right? So that's one of the things you want to do in your home that's very healthy as well, and you're getting really health benefits as you do it. The metabolism, the health and wellness, indigestion, everything. So stay right here. We are going to tell you a cool thing when we get back, so stay right here.
Say, we're not getting any younger, but many thousands have felt younger after a few short months using Dr. Wallach's all-natural longevity nutritional supplements. How many times have you said one of these days, I need to call Dr. Wallach and find out what I need? Well, make that day today. Here's how to get that information. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Write that number down and make the call. The information is free, and there is no pressure. So do it now. That's 800-214-0065. If you face health challenges such as heart disease, arthritis, diabetes, fibromyalgia, depression, infertility, ADD or ADHD, high blood pressure, or one of hundreds of other diseases, help is available. All you have to do is make the call. You have nothing to lose but the pain and suffering. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Are you suffering with arthritis or osteoporosis? Do you have diabetes? Did you know that these are just two of the hundreds of diseases that have seen improvement with Dr. Wallach's incredible longevity products? You can't get them at a health food store. The only way to get them is to call us at 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Do you have heart disease, fibromyalgia, or high blood pressure? Do you have a terrible time losing weight? Dr. Wallach can help. He was a veterinarian and cured diseases in animals. He felt that he could do the same for humans, so he became a physician. Over 50 years of research and helping people like you goes into every bottle of Dr. Wallach's amazing discoveries. Do you want to feel better? Learn how to treat the cause of your problem rather than covering up the symptoms with drugs. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. You've been listening to Dr. Wallach, and I bet you have some questions. We want to help. And here's how you can get the answers. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Write that number down and make the call right now. Don't wait any longer to find out how Dr. Wallach's own all-natural nutritional supplements by Longevity can help you. Are you concerned with reducing your risk of heart disease, cancer, stroke, or high blood pressure? Help is available. Do you have arthritis, sore joints, lower back pain, or fibromyalgia? Call now. Dr. Wallach creates his own formulation so you can be sure that what is on the label is actually in the bottle. Whatever your health challenge, make this call. Thousands like you have seen results for a happier, healthier life. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Call today. 800-214-0065.
You know, living in Texas in the winter ain't so bad, unless you're a car, minivan, pickup, or SUV. Sometimes the battery decides to give up about this time of year, or whenever you need it most. You never know. And when your vehicle does start, some poor fool runs into it, or it hails and makes the sheet metal on your nice rig look like a miniature moonscape, or it gets vandalized, or something's going to happen to our vehicle, and we all know it. Lucky for us, there's Dallas Paint and Body. Dallas Paint and Body knows how to handle your insurance claim the right way. They have a 24-hour wrecker service, on call 7 days and nights a week. Dallas Paint and Body is bonded and insured, and your vehicle is stored securely the whole time they have it. And they'll even arrange for a courtesy car while you're waiting for repairs. And when it comes to body work, ooh-wee, top-notch. Interiors, too, with special price breaks for veterans and seniors. They support the Dallas Fire Department Association at Dallas Paint and Body. And when you need them, call 214-948-0071. That's 214-948-0071. Dallas Paint and Body.
I've got to admit, it's getting better, a little better, all the time.
You're getting better all the time. Now, back to Ann Beal on 1160 AM KBDT.
We were sharing all the things you can do with essential oils. We wanted to give you 5 recipes real quick. You can find these. They'll be on Susan's website. They'll be on our Facebook page, Getting Better with Ann Beal. If you just Google that, if you Lone Star Essential Oils is Susan's company, and you can go there. And so for Gingerbread Man, that means it's going to be wonderful if you like gingerbread cookies. 3 drops ginger, 2 drops clove, 1 drop nutmeg, and 1 drop cinnamon cassia. Now, if you don't have that, you can always use cinnamon bark.
Or the cassia.
Or the cassia.
Or the
Just
cassia.
cassia.
Yeah, because cassia has cinnamon in it.
Talk in here. She's looking at me.
I'm sorry. I get confused. Cassia has cinnamon in it, and so it's a good substitute if you don't have cinnamon.
Yeah, and cassia is interesting. I hadn't ever heard of cassia until the oils came out, and maybe other people have. So that one we call Gingerbread Man. It's just a wonderful one if you love the smell of gingerbread in your house, and you can diffuse it in a diffuser. So we were talking about the importance to get a diffuser. doTERRA has them. You can order them. There's also ones on Amazon you can get, and you can pick which one you like, but definitely you want it to spray. Some of them spray up, and some of them will spray out.
Right.
And so it depends on where you're going to put it. If you don't want it coming right down on your furniture, you might want it to spray out. Some people like it going right up by the bed. Just, for me, breathe in the bedroom. I'll diffuse it and put it near my bed and have it spray out into the room. But changing leaves is another one. So changing leaves is 5 drops clove, 5 drops cedar wood, which Eric loves, 2 drops cinnamon, cassia, and 2 drops black pepper. It's kind of cool that they have black peppers. That's another spice.
Right.
And you only need 2 drops.
Well, black pepper's like cinnamon. Very strong.
Right. And so that one, when you think of cinnamon and clove, okay, so it's got cinnamon and clove in it, but it's 5 drops clove and 5 drops cedar wood. So that's the most it is. Mm-hmm. And so then it has the 2 drops cinnamon and the 2 drops black pepper. And you will love that one. And that is just a real fall smell. Like, it's almost like the fall leaves, but it doesn't have the musty kind of smell to it, right. Of course. Now, this is another fun one's called mulled cider. And it's got the ginger and sweet orange. Do you have that one?
Where'd it go?
Do the down arrow there because I can't see it.
Push the down
And
arrow
so the
on
mulled
computer.
cider is a really good one to have cider. You put the 5 drops ginger, the 5 drops sweet orange.
Wild orange.
Wild orange,
Wild
sweet
orange,
orange,
sweet
wild
orange.
orange. Yes. It's interesting that some people do have it's just the orange, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they give it different names, but there is a reason it's called wild orange. But just a ginger and an orange and a cassia. And if you don't have cassia, use a cinnamon. And then there is, if you want to add, there's one called star anise. Does doTERRA have star anise? It's actually a spice.
It's a spice. They have had it, but it's not in their regular line.
It can be hard to find.
Yeah.
Will you page down for me? It can be very hard to find. So ginger and orange and cassia just give this wonderful smell, and that's mulled cider. You want to, there's another one that's a mixture, and it's got cassia or cinnamon, 5 drops. 3 drops nutmeg, 3 drops ginger, 3 drops clove, 2 drops sweet orange, and 1 drop cardamom. And you don't have to add that last cardamom, but if you do that, it's just this wonderful, wonderful smell for Thanksgiving. And then there's one called Giving Thanks. I don't know why they called it that.
I don't know, but we all need it.
Give thanks.
Yep.
But it's a mixture to me of like Christmas and Thanksgiving because it's got the Douglas fir in there, or fir. They have different kinds of fir.
Yes, they do.
There's all these different kinds of fir. So even if you use balsam fir, Douglas fir, there's all these kinds of fir. 3 drops of that, 5 drops of orange, 1 drop vetiver. Vetiver, and 1 drop cinnamon cassia. We just want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being on the
It's our
show.
pleasure.
Thank you.
for having
Lone
us.
Star Essential Oils. .mydoterra.com, Lone Star Essential Oils Facebook. We want to let you know next week we're going to have Ray Maldonado from In-N-Out. He is officially retired after 50 years. He is going to talk more about what's coming up, and it's a very exciting story. So we want you to join us next week. And then it'll be Thanksgiving, and we'll see you back here. So next Saturday, join us. In the meantime, put these smells in the air. Stay away from toxins. Make wonderful toxin-free recipes for Thanksgiving. Just wash and rinse. And we will see you back so we all get better.
Let me just say, if you use these oils, you will get better.
You will get better. You
Kevin
will.
says so.
Yes, you will. Kevin says so.
Kevin says so. Remove those toxins from your home.